When I was a kid, I often heard my grandparents raving about the incredible power of garlic. They would say it could cure just about anything, from a simple cold to more serious issues. Then, as I got older, I started reading articles online that said, beware of garlic, too much can be harmful. So, guys, there seems to be a huge clash of information here. On one side, people absolutely love garlic for its health benefits. And on the other side, some folks warn that it might be risky. That's where the confusion sets in, especially if you're over 70 and trying to stay healthy. Is it really all good? Or are some seniors making a serious mistake by eating garlic the wrong way? Hang on, because we're going to clarify all those conflicting opinions. If you've ever felt confused about whether to load up on garlic or avoid it completely, stay with us. You're about to discover some surprising truths that most people have never heard. By the way, if you're new here and enjoy learning about health tips, traditional wisdom, and modern research, definitely check out the rest of the channel. I absolutely love exploring these topics, and I share all the things I learn so we can navigate this journey together. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you want to stay in the loop. Now, let's jump right into the world of garlic. First, let's explore why garlic has become such a household staple, especially among older generations. You've probably heard about garlic in the context of nature's antibiotic. It's been praised across cultures for thousands of years. My parents told me it was a go-to remedy whenever they felt something coming on. Sniffles, sore throat, you name it. Garlic's pungent aroma comes from compounds like allicin, which has been studied for its antimicrobial, antifungal, and even antiviral properties. This means it can help give your immune system a bit of a boost, possibly fend off minor infections, and keep you feeling more resilient overall. Now, moving on to something else you may have heard. Some research suggests garlic may help improve blood circulation. This is because allicin and other sulfur compounds in garlic can promote better blood vessel function. People say it may reduce the risk of high blood pressure, and many seniors incorporate garlic supplements into their daily routine in the hopes of keeping their cardiovascular health on track. I know someone who swears that adding garlic extract helped them maintain a healthy blood pressure level. Of course, every person is different, but that's one reason garlic is often at the top of the must-have list for those over 70. However, here's where it gets tricky. So let's consider the ways people consume garlic: fresh, cooked, roasted, in supplement form, or even in those potent oils that add flavor to just about every dish. The big misconception that leads to mistakes is that many seniors think they have to consume garlic raw in large quantities to reap its benefits. Some folks believe that if it's not raw, it's useless, which is simply not true. Yes, raw garlic can provide those active compounds, but eating it in huge amounts can cause issues like digestive upset, heartburn, or even more serious complications, especially if you're taking certain medications. And this is the part that often goes overlooked. When you are over 70, you might be on medication for blood pressure, cholesterol, or other concerns. Garlic, especially in potent or raw forms, can interact with those medications. For instance, garlic is known to have blood-thinning properties, which might be beneficial in small amounts if you're working on circulation. But when combined with blood-thinning medication, it can sometimes increase the risk of bleeding. That's really important to keep in mind if you're scheduled for surgery or any procedure where you need to manage your blood's clotting ability. If you're a senior who loves to toss raw garlic cloves into your salads, it's a good idea to check in with your doctor just to make sure you're striking the right balance. I really like it when I find out that small adjustments can make a huge difference. For example, cooking garlic lightly, or better yet, crushing it, letting it sit for a few minutes, and then adding it to your dish can still give you beneficial compounds without being too harsh on your stomach. And if you absolutely love that intense flavor of raw garlic, a moderate amount might be just fine if it doesn't interfere with any medication or existing condition. The trick is in understanding how your body reacts. Also, many seniors might not realize that the digestive system changes with age, making it a bit more sensitive to irritating foods. Raw garlic can be a bit of a shock for a sensitive stomach, so that's another reason to be cautious. Now, continuing on, let's address a big myth that often crops up. The belief that if you don't eat raw garlic, you won't get any health benefits. Actually, the beneficial components of garlic are still present in different forms. Once garlic is cooked, you might lose some allicin. However, it's not the only beneficial compound in garlic. There are other sulfur-based components and antioxidants that might continue to offer benefits even after cooking. It's definitely worth exploring gentle cooking methods like sautéing or roasting. Personally, I absolutely love the sweet, mellow flavor that garlic develops when it's roasted. It's great for older folks who find raw garlic overpowering or harsh. Some studies also suggest that aged garlic extracts found in supplement form may retain important health promoting properties without that sharp odor or intense burn. That's why you see so many different garlic based health products on store shelves. When I think back to the days when my grandmother would cook, she was never overly scientific about the process. She just used to say, a little garlic makes everything taste better, and she had a gentle hand with it. She'd crush a couple of cloves, throw them into a pan, maybe simmer them with some olive oil, and let the aroma fill the kitchen. The result was comforting, easy on the stomach, and honestly, it felt nourishing. That's a wonderful approach for seniors who love their garlic but don't want to risk any complications. It's a middle ground that provides flavor and potential health benefits without tipping the scale too far toward risk. By the way, guys, while you're here, if you're finding this helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and we can clear it up together. Every share really helps spread accurate information and supports this channel, so I can keep bringing you more topics like this one. Now, let's keep going because there's more to uncover. So let's consider another misconception, that garlic can magically cure conditions overnight. Now, don't get me wrong, I adore garlic, and I appreciate its potential medicinal benefits, but it's definitely not a cure-all, especially for chronic conditions. If you're 70 or older and dealing with heart issues, diabetes, or any chronic disease, it's essential to view garlic as a small part of an overall health strategy. That includes regular checkups, exercise appropriate for your mobility, and a balanced diet. Think of garlic as a supportive friend rather than a miracle worker. It can be part of your routine, but it shouldn't replace conventional medical guidance. Some seniors also mistake garlic supplements as a reason to ignore their prescribed medication. Perhaps they think, well, garlic helps my blood pressure, so I don't need these pills as much. That can be a serious mistake. Guys, if you've got a prescription, work with your healthcare provider. There's no harm in mentioning that you'd like to include garlic in your diet or as a supplement. In fact, it's wise to do so. But don't go off medication or reduce your dosage without talking it through. You might discover that yes, a careful use of garlic is beneficial, but you still need those other measures. Every situation is unique. Now, moving on to the big question, what's the never eat garlic like this if you are over 70 part all about? The short answer is that you never want to overdo raw, unprocessed garlic without considering possible drug interactions or digestive sensitivities. Some folks hear that garlic is healthy, and then, boom, they're downing raw cloves on an empty stomach day and night. That might be okay for a healthy 25-year-old with no medications in their system, but for a 70-plus individual, you have to take it more seriously. If you're on anticoagulants, if you have reflux, or if your stomach lining is more delicate, you could be setting yourself up for a whole host of problems. That's the serious mistake most seniors make, thinking if something is natural, it has zero risks, so more must be better. That's just not true. When I think about it, it's similar to any other strong natural remedy, even something as simple as ginger or turmeric, which have amazing health properties, can cause issues if you consume them incorrectly or in excessive amounts, especially alongside medications. Garlic is powerful. Let's respect that power and use it wisely. That means paying attention to how you feel after eating it, checking with your doctor if you're combining it with certain medications, and certainly not just gobbling raw garlic all day thinking that more is better. Moderation is the name of the game. For anyone who enjoys the taste and wants to integrate it safely, you might consider lightly cooking your garlic before adding it to meals. Or if you like that raw punch, maybe use half a clove instead of 2 or 3. If you want a consistent dose in a more controlled manner, aged garlic supplements might be a safer route. Just read the labels carefully and consult a professional if you're unsure about dosage or interactions. The key here is to avoid extremes. It's going to be really interesting for you to observe how different forms of garlic affect you and which method best fits your lifestyle. If you're still wondering whether you should keep eating garlic, absolutely keep it in your diet. If you enjoy it, just be smart. There's no rule that says you have to cut it out entirely. Instead, approach it with a balanced mindset. By the way, guys, if you've already found a favorite method or recipe for garlic that fits well with your health needs, let us know in the comments. We love hearing your personal stories. Sharing can really help someone who's trying to figure all this out, especially those who are brand new to cooking with garlic or have concerns about meds. Before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of the main points so you're crystal clear about what we've covered. First, garlic does have potent health benefits, including possible immune support and better circulation. Second, you don't have to eat it raw to get those benefits. Cooking or other forms can still offer advantages, and they're often gentler on the stomach. Third, if you're over 70 and on medication, particularly blood thinners, definitely be mindful of how garlic might interact. It's a powerful plant, and you don't want to accidentally overdo it. And lastly, remember that garlic isn't a magic cure for chronic conditions. It works best in tandem with a well-rounded approach to health. By the way, guys, if you're looking for more health insights, feel free to subscribe or share this video with a friend or family member who might also find it useful. The more people know about how to use garlic sensibly, the fewer surprises they'll run into. And if you have any lingering questions, you can drop them in the comments or check out other videos on the channel where I talk about different natural ingredients. It's a topic I absolutely love, and there's always more to explore. Now, here's one final thought to leave you with. Foods like garlic can be an amazing ally for aging well, but they shouldn't be treated as a one-size-fits-all solution. Everyone's health journey is personal, and what works like a charm for one person might create issues for another. The best thing you can do is stay informed, consult professionals when needed, and listen to your body. Sometimes the simplest adjustments, like cooking your garlic slightly, reducing the amount you consume raw, or timing your meals differently, can make all the difference. Don't be afraid to experiment as long as you're doing it safely. So I've got a question for you. How do you prefer your garlic? Roasted to perfection, raw and fiery, or maybe in a convenient supplement? Let me know in the comments because I'm really curious to see which approach works best for different folks. It's incredible how many ways we can enjoy this ancient superfood, and I'm sure we can learn from each other's experiences. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, and I hope this chat helped clear up some confusion about garlic. Remember, the next time someone says eat raw garlic all day, every day, or don't ever touch garlic if you have high blood pressure, you'll know it's all about finding that sweet spot that's right for you. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll catch you in the next video.